welcome back to the Jack and Neil Show. I'm Jack, and that guy right there is Neil.
Lost. Found a chair and sat in it.
Yeah, well, so I mic'd him up and we're ready to go. So we're going to talk about the Jack and Neil Show. And this episode is about our friend...
We're not going to talk about the Jack and
We're
Neil
not?
Show. No.
Oh, we're going to talk
just
about...
talk.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Because this is not a really exciting topic.
No. But this topic is pretty exciting.
All right, I'm ready for it.
Our friend Jane has expressive cutouts, and you can see her website down below. What she does is she takes actual pictures of maybe a family member, living or past, and can put them on foam board or gator board and makes a cutout of them for a remembrance piece or for something to have. Maybe at the holiday time you might want to have a cutout of Santa Claus or Geppetto, I don't know, whatever. So that's what Jane does, and she's trying to get traction on how can I let more people know what I do. One of the things she says is when I'm in a trade show, people go ape, and that was her words, ape over my stuff. They just go crazy and they say, I'm going to call you, and they never do.
Well, when I hear that, my first reaction when I hear that is, do you have their information to call them?
Right. Yeah. Right.
Because there's a reason they said that at that particular point in time.
Right.
And it probably would be very, very easy at that moment to get somebody's information so that you could be in touch with him.
Yeah.
And you know, it doesn't have to be a call. It can be an email. It can be a newsletter. It can be whatever it is. But so that you are getting back in touch with them. So I would say even before, you know, that's step number one. Whenever you do go somewhere, collect those items up and enter them in your database and have them ready to go for reaching out to people who've expressed an interest. So that's certainly the first step on all of that.
Yeah.
But you're right, because then, I mean, you can't force somebody to
No,
come
you
in
can't.
and get their cutout.
And life happens. Stuff gets in the way. So, you know, the suggestion's great is, well, I'll tell you what, I know you're going to get busy because you always do. Let me go ahead and grab your information and maybe throw a bonus in with it or some kind of an idea. The other thing you might do is to holes in it, and she makes a Christmas tree that you can have in your house, maybe in a assisted living home or someplace that doesn't allow Christmas trees anymore, but you could make a Christmas tree. And so
takes the whole fake Christmas tree to another level.
Oh, it does, sure does, yeah. But it is three-dimensional because it is does stand up.
Yeah.
But what if you did that? What if you made a kit available and sold it through Michael's or did a workshop at Michael's and say, come decorate your own tree, or go to an assisted living home and for $50, you might have $15 cost in it, so you'd make, you know, some money there. Got to be a good margin, something you could cut out quick and get done quick. Might be a way to increase some sales.
So what we're looking at here is a somewhat labor-intensive, how would I put it, less used item.
Right. Right.
That may not be the best phrase, but labor-intensive, less used item. There's probably a lot of other industries out there that have a similar product that they work with. Probably more of a product than a service type of an orientation there.
Yep.
And ultimately, what can you do to get your product that you lovingly create into as many hands as possible? And I think I've talked about this before, but this is always the scenario that I like to think about is, you know, if you were to take your one product and go door to door, would you rather go to a housing development and go house by house, or would you rather go to an apartment complex knowing that in half the distance covered you'll probably meet 4 times as many people?
Right.
Most of us would go for the apartment.
Yeah, well, it depends on your product too.
But the theory on that, where I'm going with that is, getting lost in housing here, but where I'm going with that is there are quotes apartment complex relationships that you can build that can provide you with a steady source of your business going to someone or to somewhere that can multiply your efforts.
Right.
And so that's probably something to kick around for a little bit here. So in her particular scenario, who is the apartment complex for her? Who are the people that use that product regularly?
Well, an assisted living home, for example, if you find out there's one that doesn't have, doesn't allow actual Christmas trees, and you go there before the holidays and you make it an activity where everyone could participate, and it's a package deal where you get your tree, your light set, everything you need to make your Christmas tree. All you have to do is decorate it the way you want to decorate it, and you spend an hour talking about how you put it together, or a half an hour or 40 minutes, and you sell 30 of them in one shot.
Well, and if I can step one step further back from that scenario, most assisted living facilities are part of a larger organization with sister facilities around. Go to that main office and see if you can partner with them to have complete access to all of the facilities.
Right.
So rather than going facility, start at the very top and see if they will give you the authority to then be able to, an introduction for you to go in and start talking with each of the facilities from there, and that's your apartment type model in that case, because you've opened one visit has opened a lot of doors, as opposed to just opening one door on that scenario.
And depending on the turnaround, another scenario like that might be to go to a hospital and go to the gift shop and have a sample and get well soon grandpa and have it from the grandkids, and so you'll go there on a Saturday, shoot a bunch of pictures of grandkids, and have them back Saturday afternoon or Sunday or Monday. And another way that there's people there that would make it so tall that could sit on the windowsill in Grandpa's room and help encourage him to get better.
So family orientations are great for that business. Anything family related, graduations, birthdays, other industries would be great, because there's already a chance to share back and forth with the contacts that have been made at that point. So strategic partner in that type of arena would be real good.
Yeah, one of the ideas, one of our friends, Craig Rapogel, who's a Edward Jones rep down in Plainfield, has a foyer that people walk into, and the office next to him has quite a bit of foot traffic, and we're trying to figure out how do we capture some of that traffic. So if you have an idea on that, let us know, and we'll share that idea and give you credit for it.
I do have an idea for it.
Well, good. Well, let's get to that in a minute. But we could take a cutout of Craig holding a whiteboard, something like this. He could every day write a message on here to try to get people to come in for a drawing or something like that. He has compliance rules because he's a securities rep, and some of you have that. Doctors' offices have that and different things. But an idea would be to have perhaps a life-size or half-life-size image there, where the whiteboard would be against the wall, and he could write on it.
I was thinking a slightly different direction.
Okay.
Security has triggered my thought there. Securities. Have a security guard block the entrance to the other place.
Great idea. You know what? And you can send out an invitation for an open house. It's back.
It's back. The open house is back. Have an open house in their office for him.
Awesome idea.
With a cutout.
Yes. And then he would be there. He doesn't talk much these days, but he's there. So there you go.
All right, so if you actually do get to this part of the show, things do sort of disintegrate after a while. We normally cut off prior to this, but we're still going. So.
Yeah, we are. We're trying to out-talk the music, so there you go.
All right, so some great solutions there. You've got a real niche business. Go back to that word that we've used here on other things, but a niche business that where strategic partners can make all the difference.
Huge difference.
And finding the best people and really, I would challenge you, if you're in that situation, sit down and brainstorm everybody who is good for your business that does the same, targets the same sort of people.
Exactly.
Those are the best people, and then not everybody's going to be willing to share.
Nope.
I mean, a lot of people like to play with their own toys in their sandbox, but some people are willing to share their toys in the sandbox. So in this scenario, find the person that's willing to share, sit down and work out how you can help each other, and by helping each other, benefit each other's businesses. That's a win-win. Well, that's what we're all about.
And the key is, as we learned from Roberta Hoffer, you got to ask. And once you ask, you'd be surprised at how many yeses come that way.
Absolutely.
So for the Jack and Neil Show, see you next time. Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Deutsch.